Hello again, it's Lock Noob, and no, don't turn off. This isn't just a standard little cabinet wafer lock. Look at the key. Can you see that the bitting is actually on the side of the key and on the top? This is a very strange little Takigen lock, and I believe it's just pins. If you look down the keyway, you can see a row of pins towards this corner at about that angle, and if you look at the top you'll see the strip where they probably did the pinning in the factory, and then also 90 degrees to the keyway, and there is a strip where they pinned up the lock on the bottom. So this is a dual bitted lock, so it's like a dimple lock on one side, and then I don't know what you want to call that. I can't think of any other lock which has a bitting. I know side bittings, but not on the angle like that. That's kind of crazy. This actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pins as well, and I think 5 across here. If you look, the pin stacks are staggered, so if you did a 360 once picked, it shouldn't brick itself, but I'm not gonna think about that too much. And then here is this weird little spring clip on here. Now that's going to really hold us back when we gut this, but I'm going to try my very best. So let's get a vise, throw this in and see what we can do. So here we are in the vise. Let's throw that key in. Oh, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Lovely little thing, that one. And we're going to put some top of the keyway turning? The top of the keyway turner in. 2mm pry bar, this one. Nice firm tension. Pin 1 little click, 2 little click, 3 little click, 4 tiny click, 5 nice click, 6 now. That did feel quite good. Okay, let's try those bottom pins. Nice firm tension. 1, 2, binding heavily, 3 binding, 4, 5 there at the back, here now, can't seem to get that last pin at the back. Just a little click and we have the open. Can we do full 360? I think we probably can. Oh, no, we're all locked up. That might mean that I hope I haven't bricked it. That would be annoying. Oh no, I think it just means that those pins there are there, so I might need to just rotate it back. There we go, good. And I think, can we get this in? Yeah, we're okay. Phew, we're okay. Oh my goodness, I thought we'd destroyed it. Right, now I've got to figure out how to gut this thing. And I don't know where my... I've got no idea what I've done with my actual pinning tray. That is frustrating. Alright, I've got other ones here. We can improvise. First thing to do is try and get this little... Oh no, I haven't broken my vise, have I? Or is it, hopefully it's just this slipped out. Oh. I need to get that little circlipy thing off. Oh, we're okay, we're okay. Right, so how do I do this? I'm going to try to find the little gap in the spring, which is here, and get maybe a screwdriver down one side like this, and try to pry the spring off like that. Yes, that might work. So I want to keep this screwdriver in best I can, so I can then concentrate on just getting this spring bit off. They really don't want you to gut these things, do they? Okay. I don't know how I'm going to do this, you know. I need like 3 hands. Maybe I can try one more time. Come on. I feel we're getting there though. The spring clip is bending. Might be a pain to get back on, but it is actually widening, so we should be able to get this, I hope. I'm really trying to use both hands on this. Oh, I feel. Oh, hold on. There we go. So now I can do that, and maybe if I can get under the spring. Okay, we're getting there, I think. Basically what I want to do is just lift this out in a way which means I can get my screwdriver under it. Yes, we got it. Ha ha ha. Perseverance. There we go. Phew. Oh, I found my pinning tray. It's over here. Look at that. Right. So now I see what's inside this. I do have a custom follower. So hopefully, so that is where the pins are. I want to turn it to that position. Let's just check. Yeah, so turn it like that. I think then I should be able to. Not that size. Next size down. Oh, I don't think I've got on that thin, do I? Hold on. I got a whole telescopic load of followers. I thought it was actually the whole wide thing. This is my thinnest follower. Hey, we might be able to do it. What's the next one up? My goodness, I actually have the correct size follower for this. I'm so glad I actually made my custom set of concentric followers. Honestly, I need to make more of these to get around the community because they're so useful. So, okay. Looks like this side bitting is wanting to come out first. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. Oh, there are spools. I really thought it felt very spooly. I didn't want to say. So these are the key pins. Or maybe they're not. Yeah, they do feel like little spool key pins. How are they? Or they just no, they're not. They're small Dimple key pins. I did feel some spools in there for the drivers, though. Maybe we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're all just standards, or maybe they've got oversets on them. Overset traps. All right. So that's that. Then let's do backwards the normal bitting bit, and then again these are like little Dimple pins. Oh no, this is the side bitting, the one underneath, right? So what I might do is I might move the side bitting to the top and put the main bitting on the bottom like this. Like that, and then what we'll do is we'll try to figure out which one's which as we go through. So so these are staggered slightly, which is good. So 1 standard pin, and a little spring. Standard pin and a little spring. Standard pin and a baby spring. This is going to be a nightmare to put back together, isn't it? There's a little spring. These are hollow pins, so that they act like a little cup for to go over the spring, which is pretty standard. No spool so far. Go. Okay. Next one down this side. And again, another little short pin. So no, there aren't any spools here at all, not that I can tell, so maybe what I was feeling is entirely wrong. Next one, pin 4. And it's a tiny little spring. Next one's the top pins here. There's its little spring. I really don't want to lose any of these. Next one here. Come on. Whoa, come here, come here. These all look pretty much identical, to be honest with you. Oh, almost lost one over here. Come here. Got him back. And last but not least, the last one, nice little spring. Phew. Wow, so these look like balanced stacks, meaning that they have, where possible, a short keep-in long driver, long keep-in short driver. For the most part, they're all standard pins. And they're all the same type of pin as well. So looks like the side bitting and the top bitting, if you like, are both the same size pins, same drivers, everything. Which I didn't expect, but it's kind of cool. So it is like a neither side is less secure, if you know what I mean. So yeah, all standard driver pins. You can see these balanced stacks where you have a longer key pin, shorter driver, shorter key pin, longer driver pin, and you see that here as well. You see, long driver pin, short driver pin, short key pin, long key pin. So yeah, and you might wonder why they're T-shaped. It's because when you look at the plug, there'll be a little step there, and that's just to stop the small pins from going into the keyway and basically just like bricking the lock, which would be a shame. So yeah, there you go. That is the awesome Takigen dual bitted cabinet lock. I don't know what to call it. I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, leave a like. If you haven't subscribed and want to see more content like this, hit that subscribe button. It really helps me out. If you have any comments about this, do leave them below. I do read them all and reply to as many as I can. Otherwise, stay safe, happy picking, and I'll see you all next time.